My name is Michelle Gordon, and I
Yeah.
am the boss mom. And
Yes.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
No, thank you for being here. I've been reading. I've seen your stuff on social media before, and I've been reading more for the interview. And I just want to say, before we begin, thank you for everything you do. It takes a special kind of person to, to invest in women and development, and being both a boss and a mom at the same time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. So tell us a little bit about your background, and how this inspired you to to being a boss mom.
Well, at the core of it, I think I'm all about inspiring women in general.
Yes.
I've kind of matriculated in business, starting out as a children's store owner, and that kind of blossomed into a parenting magazine. And I just love to see parents living their best parenting life, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
And I've found great joy in helping parents to find the best way to parent the kids that they have, whether it's through events, whether it's through consultation, anything of that nature. It really does give me a lot of joy to see. I really believe that when we fix our families, I
Yes.
think we have a greater opportunity to fix our nation on a whole. So I'm doing it from a micro level and hoping that it'll have a macro effect eventually.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. And what do you think is the importance of a, if need for words, a fully functioning family? Like, families who function together kind of achieve more together. Why is it important to have a fully functional family?
Oh God, on so many levels, I think the most important thing really is to be able to achieve that is just for us to be able to communicate. But I think parents have to understand the purpose of parenting. And once we realize that we are supposed to raise children to be independent of us eventually, then I think we have one of the key nuggets in parenting. We're raising them to be able to go out into the world and to function independent of us. So we're supposed to give them the tools and the skills to be able to go out and succeed. And there's so many ways to do that. At every level of parenting, we have a different set of challenges that come our way. We start from obviously from babies, infanthood, all the way up. And the key for us as parents is to be open to learning every step of the way, taking what we would have learned from our parents, um, and kind of melding that with new ideologies, new thought processes, and making it current, staying up to date so that we can raise our kids to function in the world that they're living in. It's no
Uh,
longer a do as I say kind of mentality that maybe our parents or our grandparents would have employed. It's more of, we're doing things together and we're learning from our kids while they're also learning from us.
Yes, awesome. And yesterday on the show, my topic was mentoring, and the importance of letting kids have a voice, because our traditional way of parenting in Jamaica and the Caribbean is that children should be seen and not heard. Two questions. How important is it for children to express and articulate their feelings, and how are stubborn Jamaican parents learning and adapting to the new ways of achieving this?
Well, to answer both questions, the first one, it is critical that we give our children a voice. We have to teach them to be able to speak, to be able to express their feelings. Otherwise, we lose the whole foundation of what any relationship is about. Whether it's a relationship between a parent and a child, any relationship can only survive when communication channels are open. And then, what was the other one again? Poor
Yes,
brain.
the one I said that how are parents adjusting to having parenting in a more inclusive way per se?
Oh, Ron, I think one of the things is that we've come leaps and bounds. I think a lot of parents are open to new styles of parenting. Um, we still parent fundamentally with a village. So I think a lot of us, it's very easy for us to reach out to get advice. How do you manage with this? But we kind of pick sense out of nonsense a little bit more we have the benefit of the internet and the World Wide Web, where all sorts of information is available to us. So we're no longer parenting in these small, in small circles. There's so much more information available, and we're taking what applies to us and we're making it work for our different parenting styles. So I'm very, very excited to see so many parents who want to do better, because that's the fundamentals of it. You want to learn, because if we don't want to change, we're not going to change. So the fact that so many parents are out there, if you look around, there's so many parenting courses, there's so many different schools of thought on parenting, and people are taking advantage of it. So that's such a great idea, a great concept, and people are definitely trying to learn to do better.
Wow, that's awesome. And moms have two roles. They have the parenting role, and they have their jobs or businesses. Sometimes in society, even though facts show that whenever you empower women or whenever women own businesses, they do better. The money stretches further and they do better. But the society kind of still look at women as business owners in a secondary level compared to men, right? What is the importance of empowering women to, because some women may even have their own maybe issues, saying that maybe because society says that men are better at being leaders and business owners, I may not be as good. What is important of empowering women, if you understand what I'm saying?
I think as on a whole society, and we're going to be speaking about Jamaica, I think on a whole,
Yes.
we've come a far way and we've recognized the value that women bring to the table. There's no doubt about it.
Yes.
So many of our homes in Jamaica and worldwide are run by women. So I think it's only right now that women have taken up this place of being recognized as being strong leaders. Yes, we do. Men are very important. Please don't ever think I will never discount the role of a man, the role of a father. But in many cases, it is what it is. So we just have to be able to support the women where we can. And what the Boss Mom Network is about is helping women to be able to balance. It's hard. It's hard, especially in homes where there is no male counterpart. It is very hard when women are doing everything, as you just said. We're running the businesses, we're raising the children, and we still have to kind of remember ourselves. So what the Boss Mom Network is, it's really providing women with a platform where we can connect with each other, support each other, because just the same sort of village, it's just important to know that we're not alone. And we're now in an era where influencers are so popular. And when you see someone who has walked your path, who has done something incredible, it gives you that level of empowerment. Like, Ratted, I can do that too. And that's what I think it is incumbent, I believe, on every woman out there to kind of turn around and help someone else. So like even for this project that I'm doing this year, the theme is each mom reach one, because we all are, there's a phrase that women are the most influential people in the world, mothers especially. We are the first influencers in the lives of our children. And I think if we start to take that role a little bit more seriously, we will, my God, the impact that we're going to have on our families and the ripple effect outside of our families in our communities we'll be astounded by the results.
Wow. And could you tell us a few of the initiatives that Boss Mom Network has been involved with, and some of the successes that you guys have had?
Oh God, many successes, I really do have to say, and I really have to give God thanks for everyone, because every single initiative that has come out of my brain has really and truly been blessed by God.
Yes.
But one of the things I've started doing, initially we started doing a confidence building platform for children, and that would have come out in the form of there's Island Child Style, which was actually the first Caribbean-based runway show for children, which featured children on the runway, children, kid designers, local Caribbean designers, and it's just a powerful movement just to give children a spotlight, give them their moment to shine, and shine they did. And that actually comes back this year in November.
They own that runway.
Yeah, man. It's amazing to see them. It's amazing to see them. There's another one called Our Sons, and Our Sons started out as a motivational foundation for boys. We had about 400 boys from all over Jamaica. We have dad mentors, male mentors who would come in, and using sports as a foundation for that. It's just really providing these boys um, with mentorship. So
Yes.
there's Our Sons, there's Island Child Style, there's Bold Girl, which also is really telling these girls, young girls, preteens and teenage girls, that you're unstoppable, and helping them to see their own strength, their beauty. Because a lot of times, I mean, if you have teenage girls, and for any of your viewers or your listeners who have teenage children, sometimes no matter what we tell them as parents at home, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're all of those things, it hits different when it comes from somebody else. So
Yes.
Bold Girl really was a platform, or is a platform, to pump a lot of positivity into our girls, using all the things that they're accustomed to. So we're using the internet, the TikToks and all the things that they like, but we're spinning it from a positive angle. So all they're seeing is beauty and positivity. And then now this year, this is the third year for the BossMom Network doing a Mother's Day initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is probably, I would think, the most impactful that it's been so far, where we're going to be building 3 houses for women.
Yes.
These mothers would have already have applied to Food for the Poor. So it's in partnership with Food for the Poor.
We're
But we're
gonna
providing the
Michelle, sorry.
sorry.
So I'm gonna continue with that. We're gonna go for a break and we're gonna continue with that.
Okay.
All right, because
All right.
I wanted to get to that soon, guys. So don't go anywhere. Get your water, get your tea, come back. This is a very wonderful interview. I'm learning as I'm interviewing, and I hope you guys are doing the same. So go get to know water, get to know tea, and come back. Okay? Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to the Raw Blaze Show. That is that the weekend with blinding lights, right? By the way, the I don't know if you guys heard that Kanye West isn't going to be at Coachella. Is it Coachella, right? And the weekend is asking to be paid the $8 million that they were going to pay Kanye West, but they want to pay him way less than that, you know? Yes. Anyway, we're we're back with Michelle BossMom Gordon. On YouTube, if you have any questions, you can comment on YouTube. Don't be afraid to comment on YouTube. Instagram, Spotify, the app, TikTok, wherever you're listening from, welcome back. Before the break, you were talking about the homes. You were talking about the homes that with the initiative to build the homes for women, etc.
With Food for the Poor.
For the poor.
Yeah, man, I'm very excited about it, Raw. We're
Mm.
literally going to be changing some lives. I mean, a lot of these women, so typically how it works, they would have applied to Food for the Poor for housing.
Okay.
They have to prove their ownership of the land. So that is a process I have nothing to do with that process. That's Food for the Poor's thing. And
Okay.
it's something it's a machinery that they have had in place for 40 years. And it's a phenomenal venture that they do in really helping Jamaicans to get back on their feet after falling down. I mean, it really is something amazing. I really am grateful that I'm in a position to be able to help. So I'm excited to hit the ground running. We're building 3 homes. We're building the homes this month, and we're handing over the keys just in time for Mother's Day on the 3rd. And something like this is not possible, obviously, without a lot of support, because it does take cash to care.
Yes.
But people have been coming out and really donating and helping, and it's just a phenomenal thing just to be able to change some lives. I mean, I met with one of the moms last week.
Mm-hmm.
She is mother of 4 children,
Mm-hmm.
and she also lives with her mother, who is not well. So it's 6 of them, and currently they're living in a space that, honestly, for some people, it might be the size of their pantry, and the 6
Wow.
of them living there.
Wow.
So we are now going to be going in. We're building them a 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom bathroom. They have a loft. They're going to have living space, kitchen space. But for me, I'm really excited that we're going to be going above and beyond and not just giving them a home. We're going to be furnishing the home as well.
Nice.
So it's when you hear a lot of the stories that so many of our fellow citizens are, what their lives are like right now.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I can't help but just really give thanks of how blessed I am. And I know that every one of your listeners, every one of your viewers right now,
Yes.
we're all blessed.
Yes.
And if you are in a position to help another, just do it. It doesn't have to be this program. It doesn't have to be, you can find another way to help. And I'm calling on every mother to reach another mother, find out what her needs are,
Yes.
and see if somehow you can fulfill it. Excuse me, you had asked earlier where this came from.
Yes.
And earlier in the pandemic, when the pandemic had just started, I really thought about it. On Mother's Day, I mean, for a lot of us, we lie down in bed, the kids come and they bring you breakfast in bed and the beautiful cards and the flowers. And there's so many mothers who don't have that privilege, you know. They
Yes.
can't find the basics.
Mhm.
And it just really hit my heart, and I wanted to make a change. So this is it. This is me going out in the field and begging people,
Yes.
begging for money, begging for things, and just asking people to help. And I'm grateful for the help I've been getting so far.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you at the end again, but I want you to ask you now, for those other people here who want to who help, who are home abroad anywhere, how can they contribute? How can they be a part of this? How can they help?
Absolutely. So I do have a page up right now. It's I call SpurOpen.com, and that's a company that came on board to assist with receiving the donations. It's SPURR open.com, and if you slash Boss Mom Bills, it's very
Mhm.
simple. You can put in any amount. It doesn't matter, because in Jamaica we say every mickle make a muckle, and
Yes.
trust me, every mickle is making a muckle just to get to the goal. So it's SpurOpen.com slash Boss Mom Bills, and everything is there. You'll get
Yes. And of course, and if you're here, if you're listening right now, guys, I can give you. Let me see if you went out for a second. Check. Can you say something again, Michelle?
Am I back? Are you hearing me?
Yes. Yes. No, you're back. No, you're back.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Right. So it's SpurOpen.com slash Boss Mom Bills. If you go to my Instagram page, either one, B3 Boss Mom or the BossMom Network, and click the link in the bio, it'll take you directly to that link where we're receiving donations to go out and build. And of course, everything is, I'll be posting all the pictures. We're going to be going live on the day of the build. We have people who are coming out to volunteer to build. And um, to be honest with you, Raul, I started this particular project because I went on another project like this with another company last year. And
Ah,
I literally fell in love with the process of changing somebody's life.
yes.
And I really do hope that out of this, that other people will be in a position to do that and help where we can.
Yeah.
So that's my charge this Mother's Day to every mother out there. Find another mother and help her.
Awesome. And guys, don't worry. In my recap, I'm gonna add the information where you can find
Thank you.
etc. So where these the house them look nice and they look cute and pretty, Simon. And you know what? Some of us may not understand the importance, because they say home ownership is one of the way of breaking generational
Cycle of poverty. Yeah.
poverty. And some people might take this for granted, but when you own a home, you don't worry about whether certain worries go away. So where are some of the places that these homes are going to be?
So the first home is in a place called Brighton in St. Elizabeth. Now, if you know Brighton, it is up in the hills in St. Elizabeth. It's a beautiful area, but it
Yes.
is very remote.
Yeah.
So just being where it is, the first mother, she owns the land,
Mhm.
but based on where it is, just even the challenge of getting her kids to school is a problem. So the cost for her to put her kids in a taxi every morning to send them to school sometimes is more than what she earns for the week. No,
Wow.
I can share these stories because she's open with it. And
Yes.
because she has requested help, she's fine with us telling her stories and sharing her photographs.
Yes.
But where she's living currently, it's beyond heartbreaking. So I told her about the size of the space.
Yes.
If we can think for a minute that people are still in 2022, that people still using pit toilet and
Mm.
bathing out of a bucket,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes.
So I think the 3rd of May, when we hand over the keys to these 3 places, these 3 homes, I feel like the heavens may open up, and honestly, it's just going to be such a magnificent thing. But we're taking it a step further,
Yes.
because it's one thing to hand a home to somebody, but we also want to ensure that she has some level of there's some level of continuity.
Yes.
So we have a couple of companies that have come on board to to help in that regard. So we do have one company, and if I may, you can let me know if I can call the name of my sponsors.
Please call the sponsor.
Okay, so and I'm gonna have to pull it up so I don't forget, because we get to a certain age role and some things fail the brain.
Yes,
so
of
I
course.
will pull up my document. But one of our sponsors that they've come on board, they are a distribution company, so they're going to be giving her some products
Nice.
to put her in business, so then she can go out and sell, and they're going to train her how to sell these products, so she now has an income.
Yes.
And that to me is one of the greatest parts of this, because it's not just giving her the fish to eat. We're actually trying to help her to feed herself in the future. But I really want to big up right now my sponsors. I have to give a huge big up to Ziggy Marley and his wife Orly, who came on board through their Urge Foundation, Sagicor Foundation, Proven. We have a Tough Gang, as I said before, the Office of the Children's Advocate, Ford, First Rock Foundation, Grace Kennedy, because they're going to be filling the cupboards with food, MDS Limited. Have I forgotten anybody? I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. But and private donors. People are coming out and they're letting everybody else know that, look, we can all make a change. It's not, you don't have to be the Rockefeller Center or some big multinational to help to make a big difference in somebody's life. I am nobody, little old me, honestly. But when you tap into the resources that you have, I think we can make a huge difference. I'm really, really, really excited about this Boss Mom project for 2022 Mother's Day.
Wow, and Michelle, you're doing a wonderful job, and just hearing stories, natural, organic stories like these, inspires me. I'm gonna go there and see how I could contribute, and maybe one day I would love to take part in the actual building, because I am
come to Jamaica and listen. And guess what? Don't get me wrong,
Yeah, I'm from rural. I'm from deep rural Jamaica too, so I get it. You understand? So
where is deep rural, Ron?
I'm from
what do you mean by
a place called Smithville, past Moko and northwest, in Moko, Tamsutown, Khan Hill.
You're right. It's deep rural. It's
Yeah.
deep.
Yes.
But yeah, and guess what? So Food for the Poor does something. So I made a specific, because of my work with mothers and parents. So I specifically asked for mothers, and going even further, really single mothers who really need a lot of help. But their fathers, there's so many other family members who it is not limited to fathers. So some of the donors, some of the recipients of homes with Food for the Poor span different types of people, old people. So when you come to your home,
yes,
you can choose. You can choose, because there's so many people who need help.
Nice.
So many people who need help.
Yes, and and
I thank you for the exposure to the diaspora, because I know there's so many Jamaicans who are no longer here physically, but their hearts are still vested in Jamaica.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yes, and from Atlanta, we're getting people from Atlanta saying not all heroes wear capes, and they're asking for the information. I'm going to add the information at the end, because one thing, Jamaicans in diaspora, they really want to help, and when they see something like this, they and not only me, maybe Streaming Hub radio, of course, we'll see what we can do to help, and you've definitely inspired me today. And anything else you want to let us know about Boss Mom or the initiatives before you leave?
Well, so B3 Parenting, B3 Boss Mom, that's my personal page.
Yes.
The BossMom Network is there. From time to time, when different projects come up, I post them. I reach out to just to let the world know what it is that's happening. So please feel free to follow me.
Yes.
We do have a couple other things planned for this year, and everything is exciting. It's always, for me, anything I do is really just about building up our families, whether it's going to be the boys, the girls, children in general, or parents. So I do parenting counseling with through group sessions, events, all about just empowering parents and trying to fix our families.
And guess what? No, anytime, no matter what, regardless of what the development is, just reach out to me. Or reach out to me directly. You understand? Our Streaming Hub, and we'll definitely put it out there for you. You are welcome. You have an open invitation here.
I appreciate that. And listen, I need to tell you, keep us laughing, because let me tell you, boy, you are hilarious. I think everybody agrees, but please keep us laughing. We need it, especially the crazy times we're in, we really appreciate you and your crazy sense of humor. But we love it. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay.
Thank you very much. I will. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye bye.